a little bit more.
Yeah. I think another thing we saw with Use does not use Use does not use, right?
Got him.
It took me a minute. Use does not use signatures with Lance, which
yeah.
A lot of people would argue the best signature for Lance in the kit 4, and even arguably one of the best Lance signatures in the game, is Vector's N-Sig.
Ooh, yeah, we were talking about that earlier,
that
right?
kind of like
great coverage.
How do you even describe, like an umbrella kind of thing? A little like a palm tree looking.
Nice little curve.
Yeah, curve. There you go.
Yeah.
What am I thinking with my South America's got me thinking about palm trees. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about the sun, man. I'm from Michigan, man. It gets cold in these streets, man. All right, here we go. Hazard against Use.
Game 1.
Wow.
Losers quarterfinal. Hazard coming in strong, picking up the Asuri. Great edge guarding.
Oh no.
Use unable to make it back, throwing away the Lance too, so I think he's going to want to pick that bow for that spacing you were talking about.
Yeah.
But Hazard just punishing with the sword. Relentless.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Hazard's done such a good job from even the last part of the game we just saw with them into this game now is just literally playing on top of the opponent the entire time, giving them no space or opportunity to think or to come out of a counterattack.
Yeah, yeah. Hazard showing some great edge guarding, but allowing Use to come back. I think it's a little early for them to just kind of play too aggressive.
Yeah.
They haven't got the read. They haven't understood their opponent just yet. Use great Lance plays, hitting those strings off stage. It's not enough. There's a vertical off the side. Woo! Hazard just hit him with the haymaker.
Was that just? Well, that was
unarmed.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Wow. And again, that's what we talked about. Hazard is willing to commit to go on. Okay, Use with a wonderful response there. Getting a nice blessing from Brawlhalla with the Lance perfect spawn, then rotating into the Sertic from the KO. So, all right, here we go. Sirs, I guess in the beginning right here, we have not seen Hazard use Katars at all against Use.
Yep, and I think that might just be a counter Lance play over here. But I've also noticed Use is favoring that Lance. We talked a little bit about the bow spacing. I don't see it just yet. And, you know, so far, Use is in the lead. Despite the first stock, he's kind of crept up a little bit. Maybe when he's got the lead, he'll lean towards that bow for the spacing. Right now, I think he's been pretty comfortable with punishing with that Lance.
Yeah, and notice this is kind of what I talked about in the very beginning of the matchup. Notice that Use immediately is just going for attacks that can extend further than the reach of Asuri's sword or Asuri's Katars. So what this is doing is it's opening up so many more opportunities.
Beautiful down sink.
That was crazy. Does Use know where the weapon's going to spawn? It kind of seems
I think he got there just in time.
What a genius. Oh, what?
Wow.
What?
Hazard's, this is his opportunity. It's not enough. That's the second time he's used that signature to come back.
What? And then the weapon spawn in the GC side tick with the bow? What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, this is top tier gameplay.
I'm playing Vector. I'm a Vector man. I'm inspired. You GC N-Sig, I didn't know that worked like Val Sig.
Yeah, it climbs up on the side of the stage.
Wow.
All right, Hazard picking up those Katars now.
Oh.
There it is, beautiful to even it up. He's going to let him come backstage, but he's got control. Hey.
It's almost impossible to punish that unarmed.
No GCD like down ground pound there.
Yeah, it's just so tough. It's so tough to hit that out. But okay.
Especially when he's got Lance. You don't want to risk it.
Exactly. Because that's a lot of damage too. Like a fully extended recovery.
Oh, beautiful.
D-Light's there though.
Hey,
D-Light's there.
Tried and true, man. Tried and true.
Two things this world I fear. D-Light's there and Stomp's there. Oh wait, they're both the same thing.
Stomp's there, right.
Two different weapons though. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Different terminologies.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Ooh.
This is Hazard's time to shine.
Right.
And I think Hazard has waited to pull out Katars this entire time because Use, basically now going to this last stock, Use has no adaptation whatsoever for what to expect out of Hazard's Katars.
Do you think he's been saving it for the last stock?
I really do. But also it seems like Use is like, well, you haven't seen my bow at all because now Use is using bow in the last stock as well. So definitely two players pulling out their trump card early on here.
Right.
We're just going to have to see who can actually make the most of it.
Oh, the side stick not connecting there, but the follow-up is enough. Hazard able to make it back on stage, and Use just waiting patiently, trying to punish, unable to connect.
Oh, I can feel the energy, man.
Yeah.
I can feel it. I'm over here stressing.
Listen, these two players are playing real carefully right
recovery.
now. Nobody's overextending. They're just playing it real tight and real close.
Oh, big headlight. Not enough.
A little bit of offstage control there. Hazard able to make it back.
That was such a good move by Use. I thought Use was going to overextend and go for the unarmed edge guard right there, which Hazard was definitely baiting. Notice how Hazard keeps falling off the edge. Hazard is so good at baiting. Yeah. And then Hazard hits that spot dodge into then the GCD line. Oh! What you know about the Vector D-Sig, man?
That's the third time we've seen that one.
That is.
Yeah, he's been hitting them pretty consistently. I think Hazard's got to pick up on that.
And again, Use did not use a single signature move last time they used Vector. And we got like 6 that time.
Okay. He's getting a lot more comfortable, I feel like, and maybe he's got the read on Hazard in game 1.
Wow. And now the question is, you know, looking back at these replays, yeah, I mean, they seem pretty even at the end, but ultimately, I feel like Hughes had the advantage the entire time.
All right. Ooh, stats coming up. It's Fiend and Kaina.
That was a good match.
Yeah, Hughes taking game 1.
Really
wasn't expecting that, to be honest. But like I said, I think this is going to be a close one.
Oh, okay. Overall, now we are going to be rotating into our next match, game number 2 for Hughes against Hazard. Remember, it is a best of 5, and I love this switch.
Yeah.
For Hazard going into Sentinel.
Great pick, sticking with the Katars, but answering back with that hammer.
Exactly. And what we've seen, especially with Hammer against Lance, is just like that.
Look at that, yeah.
It's one of the most long-range weapons in the game, but also between D-Light and then N-Light and then Dare, it forces opponents to not stay stacked on top of you.
You know, I'm going to predict a lot of nairs coming out from Hazard as well, as those beautiful side airs that just slap you across the map. You know what I mean? You know, we've seen Hughes play a little more aerial with that Lance, so I feel like the hammer is the counter to that. But Hughes picking up that bow already.
What is this Sentinel skin? This is awesome. Looks like a OG cyberpunk superstar. I've never seen that.
I don't know the name, but I know this one's got real mean Katars.
That's dope. Oh, I can't wait. Now you got me excited. Hazard might not need the Katars though. But I guess we'll have to see what happens in this aspect though. All right, so Hughes looking for it right now.
With the side sig over there.
Okay, waiting for his opportunity.
Hughes playing really patient right now.
Yeah, it's
and
good.
Just kind of baiting it out and just letting Hughes whiff and then hitting with the hammer. And there it is. Hazard taking stock 1, but he's not too far behind.
What an end sig. And that's okay. Again, I love the switch to this because Hazard realized, like, okay, I've done really good with Katars, not only in this match but this entire tournament. And why not choose a Katar legend that has the most defense for me out of my entire kit? Now, the key is, though, is Hazard going to... Oh, there's the read. That's exactly what I was talking about. Was Hazard going to be able to find the reads to keep Hughes out of that comfort zone with Lance?
Hughes hasn't been able to confirm the KO just yet. And I think Hazard's just playing a little more safely. There it is. He was not able to build up the damage as I thought he would, you know, especially because he's playing a little more reserved in the second stock, picking up that hammer, spacing out a little more, and that's what I'm going to want to see more from Hazard to kind of take this game. Because remember, he is down a game right now in this best of 5.
Absolutely, and this is where I think Hazard's going to thrive as a Katars. Finally, Hazard is committing to using Katars, and what it does is it allows so much damage buildup. But a thing that's different about Sentinel's Katars compared to most Katars is that end-sig.
Yeah.
That end-sig comes to play on such great reads.
Yeah.
And look at Hazard. Okay, doing such a good vet move, right? We talked about it. Yes, that Sig's good.
Ooh,
but if you build up damage with Katars, it's so easy to confirm the KO with hammer rather than anything else.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I do feel like Hughes has the read on Hazard's Katars. You know, so I want to see Hazard pick up that hammer and kind of switch it up a little.
That was such a beautiful recovery. Okay.
That character change. Ooh, unable to connect with that down sig. They're still pretty neck and neck. Hughes picking up that neutral air. Hazard without a weapon right now.
Oh, man.
Getting punished.
Hughes is feeling good again.
Ooh, the recovery doesn't connect, but the big side air does.
All right. Okay. If you are a Hazard fan right now, you need to pray that Hazard hits one of those amazing Katar reads off the dodge to build up a ton of damage here, because Hughes has definitely got a very good vision aspect on Hazard's gameplay.
Nice little nair. I think it's going to be tough, Rain. I think Hughes is going to play a little more safely right now.
Look at it.
He is afraid of those Katar reads right now because he's up a game. Why do you want to overextend yourself when you're in the lead?
Oh, speaking of overextension, that might have been
barely made it back.
Oh.
Nice. Beautiful ground pound there from Hughes.
I still can't get over. I never knew that Sig did that.
Yeah.
That'll like react with the environment. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Okay. Hazard is able to confirm the KO. Hughes is now in a position still with a bit of advantage, but Hazard is still not out of this whatsoever right now. Hazard starting to realize that the utilization of these nairs and perfect punishments is going to have to be the key here. Oh, no.
Listen, coming into this third stock, Hughes has just showed absolute dominance with that lance. I mean, he's getting reads, he's getting stage control, but Hazard has been able to answer back. It's not enough, though. Hazard without a weapon, great ground pound. Hughes takes game 2 out of 5. Ooh.
That was a dunk.
Yeah.
That might have been our first Lance dunk of the day.
I felt that one.
That did. I'm hurting.
Yeah.
A little bit of heartburn, indigestion.
Man, that Lance ground pound just hits so hard.
It does. You know what? Every time, too, you're like, you know it's coming, And then you're like, oh, I bet I could dodge. No.
Big Shaq
you
dunk
can't.
right there.
Breaking the bag for you.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Looking at the last replay here, and there it is again. Slow motion slam, sending them back down into the depths of Brawlhalla.
So if we take a look at these damage stats, which I think are from Fiend and Kaina.
Again, an amazing game.
Right.
I understand why we
Definitely.
keep looking at it because the game was so good.
Right, and you know, we take a look. It's obvious that players are favoring their weapon, right?
Yep.
I mean, I'm definitely interested to see what goes on with Hazard. Is he going to stick with the Sentinel? Is he going to favor that hammer? Or is he going to stick with Katars, which I feel like Hughes has kind of got the read on him for that.
I feel like if we know Hazard well enough, right? Remember, Hazard went down 0-2 earlier on in the game. I feel like Hazard's going to do another complete shakeup. Oh, well,
Rain.
That's a shakeup.
Rain.
That is a
You called
shakeup.
it. You called it.
That's a shakeup.
Hazard on that Pearl, the Kaya.
Dude, how many different weapons is Hazard good with? I mean, this is getting pretty impressive at this point.
Yeah, sticking with the bow.
Yep.
Have we seen Hazard's bow yet? And the spear. Now, I think this is.
not seen the bow.
I think this is a great play. I think
Yeah.
this is a great play. I want to see a lot of spear. I want to see that coverage. Answer back to use as lance.
Yep. And what this is going to do is it's going to create a lot more space for Hazard to build up damage without having to fully commit inside of Yu's, Nair zones.
Right, and especially with that bow too. You know, coming into this game, remember Hazard is down 2-0. Big ground pound.
Yeah, this is big. I mean, this is it. Loser side right now. So, like, if Hazard loses Hazard out of the tournament, Hughes will be moving on. And I believe that is going to be a little bit of an upset if that does happen. But
both players on bow.
As casters, Sirs, we don't show favoritism to players.
No, never.
But
what are you
right
talking
now,
about? Me favor someone?
I will show a favoritism to a legend. I'm not afraid to admit it. Team Vector on top. Now, if Hazard pulls out Vector, I'll be excited. Oh, you're a Kai fan, huh?
I mean, I do like Kaya. It's two great weapons, bow and spear. And hey, don't we have the Kaya bundle available right now?
We do.
On Amazon
we do.
Prime?
If you have Amazon Prime, right now you can actually hit that little crown in the top right corner of your broadcast, and then you can just scroll down. You can claim a code for free. You get a Kai skin for free.
Yeah, Brawlhalla.com/Prime.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Tell me another fighting game that does that.
I don't know, but man, I just, two of my favorite weapons right now. You've got the complete aerial control with spear, and then bow, great for spacing.
Yep, and we are seeing Hazard actually having an advantage here. I think
Decent
this is the
lead.
entire and first advantage we've seen thus far throughout the entire tournament.
Speaking of that advantage,
I mean, it's still technically there, like by a smidge of color.
remember, at the end of the day, though, Hughes is up 2-0.
Yeah.
So he might not have the advantage in this game, but he's definitely got the advantage in the set. And it is a best of 5, so if Hughes wins this, he's going to take the set.
Yeah, and I think this is definitely going to tell us right now within this stock number 2 if Hazard even has an opportunity to bring this one back.
Yeah, I mean, he's played great, but being down 2-0 in Game 3 is a tough place.
It's tough, and it's so hard to come back. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what you're doing. The nerves are starting to kick in. These players have been playing this tournament for hours at this point now.
Right. I mean, you're at loser's quarterfinal right now.
Exactly.
I mean, you need the stamina. You need to...
All right, Hughes looking for the opportunity to come back in this matchup. Still getting a decent amount of damage here, but Hazard, kind of the story of the game thus far, has not been able to confirm these KOs. Kind of fishing for a little bit of these N-Sigs with Kaya here. Delight recovery still is not enough there, though. Do you know how much defense Vector has?
No, but I think it's pretty decent.
It's probably a lot because he's like a robot.
Yeah.
That would make sense. I mean, I don't know, right?
I think...
I mean, Magar's technically 100 souls, right?
it's a lot of defense.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Hey, good little unarmed from Hazard over here. And looks like he might be wanting to finish the stock unarmed, but no, he picks up that spear. It's not enough, though. Hughes has a little bit of a damage lead right now.
It's something that's kind of bothering me right now is like Hazard doesn't. Oh, what a nice side light into this there right there. Hazard's not doing D-light with spear.
Yeah, I mean, Ray, it's game 3. He's 2 games down.
Oh no.
He's gonna want to play a little safely, right? You can't risk it all when you're coming down 2-0, which is a bad place to be.
But just like that, though, this advantage that basically Hazard had an entire stock lead has pretty much disappeared at this point. Both players now in the deep red on stock number 2, but Hazard has to find a way. It is possible. Still not enough. Wow.
It's even. I really want to see Hazard get this just so he stays in this best of 5.
Yeah.
Ooh, beautiful little weapon throw to interrupt. And the answer back with the uppercut. Hughes getting it, but it's not enough to send both of these players in that deep, deep barbecue red. And Hughes loses the stock first. Hazard with a slight lead, but honestly, I don't think he's too far behind.
Dude, Pearl Sigs are so cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was
I mean, I
awesome.
feel like they're quick, great coverage as well.
Put him in a bubble and just launch. I've never played Pearl. That's pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah, I've never played Pearl before. I'm going to have to, though. Here we go, 1-1. Use going against Hazard here, though, and we're neck and neck. We got to see how much gas does Hazard have left in the tank. How bad does Hazard want to win this match? And is this finally Yu's time to shine and pop off in South America? Yuz has something to prove. Vector's not a good legend. It's not viable. His sick kid isn't well.
Beautiful, beautiful control by Yuz. I mean, look at those nairs he's just throwing out, grounded, up above. I mean, it's absolute stage control with that.
I think Yuz is here to prove a point.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Hazard answering back, though. The signature doesn't connect.
Wait,
Yuz with the follow-up.
Oh,
Hazard able to make it back.
Oh, my. I smell Sig.
I
smell
Sig.
it. Oh, man. All right, Yuz. Can Yuz finish off this KO? Hazard right now has to find a way, literally on their last leg in this opportunity to move on. One D-light. Yuz is jumping every single time. Hazard just does one D-light here. Hazard can literally hit the read on the dodge.
Ooh, recovery. Yuz able to make it back. Maybe a nice little Sig.
Oh,
beautiful. Hazard's still in it. Can Yuz make it back? Oh, barely with the dodge. The offstage.
Oh, recovery.
Uppercut.
Oh.
Come on.
Wow, they barely missed. Are you kidding me? What the frames?
Oh, beautiful Sig by Hazard. Hazard takes game 3. He's still in it.
I can't believe that.
I loved it. And that's those signatures you were talking about. Just quick firing neutral Sig just to take the stock at the end right there.
Hazard's not out.
Beautiful. GC side Sig for the first stock. Another great down Sig over there for the second. And there it is. Beautiful neutral Sig coming out for the third.
I can't believe it.
That's great. Hazard's in it. Hazard's in it. And hey, 1v1 champion.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
Predictions for game 4?
I mean, you know what? I'll say Hazard. Screw it. I'll say Hazard.
Really? Okay.
I will just because I feel like the momentum shift with that is like the mental of Hazard clearly is like just a fortress that is impenetrable.
So you're predicting a reverse right now?
I'm predicting we go to game 5. That's what I'll say.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what I'll say. What's your prediction?
I think Yuz might. I think Yuz might edge it out. Hazard had a great game and has played amazing in the set, but I think Yuz is hungry and he wants it. I mean, look at it. He's coming out strong early on. A lot of stage control. I think Hazard just got the reads on him with Kaya, and there it is. Yuz just punishing him.
All right, and Yuz finally, I feel like, was waiting to do that read a lot because Hazard just kept doing the jump out of the initial contact every time. But every single way that you look at this, you know, if you play against Lance, the last thing you want to do is get red into that double stare off stage.
Ooh, beautiful wake-up option there. And this is it, right? Hazard maybe got that game because he switched it up with the Pearl pick. But Yuz got the read on him. I think Yuz is just going to control right now. He's picking up damage. Great read again. Ooh, down air did not connect there.
Yuz looks so good.
Yuz
looks so good.
Dude, this is the best he's looked in the entire set.
I mean, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Not only from like a play standpoint. I mean, look at the combo.
Amazing.
Oh!
Amazing.
With the skin too, and
these weapon drops.
Dude, styling.
Yeah.
You ever seen a Vector look this good?
I know someone switching to Vector after
I'll tell you what. I guarantee, whatever the player it is for Vector, it's going up by at least some percentage.
So am I going to see a lot more Vector play coming from you then?
I mean, you know, I think what we need for this series, next time you're on that
beautiful
stream,
D-Sig connects.
That was crazy. 3-1. 3-1. How about this, Sirs? Can we get a commitment on the next time you're doing your ranked grind on the Friday Dev stream? Can we get a Vector-only Friday?
Vector-only Friday.
Vector-only Friday.
That's a lot, man. I can give you a couple games.
Okay.
I can give you a couple.
We'll take it. Team Vector approves of your.
I do like Vector. I like Lance. I like that bow. Here it is. I think he's kind of going for that 3-stock, man.
Yeah.
And you know, it's totally possible. He's building up that damage. He's playing super carefully in this last stock. If he wins this, he's taking the set.
Okay.
Ooh. Nice
okay. It's not over. It's not over.
Nice little spacing piece right there.
Little D-light, N-light. Okay. Confirms KO. All right. 2-stock to 1-stock. Hazard is definitely in a tough position, but we've seen so many crazy things
look at this unarmed dominance.
Yuz.
He's not giving up.
I'm loving it.
I mean, the mental that after taking that L in the last game, he's just coming back. If anything, dude, that just made him stronger.
Yuz is doing a statement now. I mean, look at this. Oh, going for side stick. Okay.
Ooh, cheeky.
Hazard's got to find the reads here.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he's finding them. Look at that. Beautiful options. Come on. Ooh, great play by Hazard. What a read!
That's it!
What a read for the neutral sig on the last stock. Wow, GG. Hughes taking the loser's quarterfinal. Look at the damage. 503, 316. That was a great end.
That was insane.
Yeah, I did not see that coming. I mean, Hughes, let's take a look again. He's got the beautiful GCD sig right there. And the amazing neutral sig read. Hazard trying to make it back. He just had the read on him.
It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. You guys obviously tell from our reactions right there that that took us definitely by surprise within that matchup. That was incredible. Sirs,
great play.
We have had some amazing matches that we've seen thus far.
No doubt.
Some fantastic players. Sirs, give a little bit of your final thoughts on this.
You know, I think
what
we've seen today, I mean, the losers run, the winners.